What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to Against the Fence, where, of course, this is the place to be if you're possessed and passionate about the UFC and the sports of mixed martial arts in general. Today, we've got Adam Fugitt from Eugene, Oregon. He's got a professional record of 9 wins and 3 losses. He's currently 1-1 in the UFC, and he's fighting next weekend at UFC 289. Adam, how we doing?
Doing good, man. Just enjoying life right now and excited for next Saturday.
Oh, man. I mean, as we were just speaking off air a second ago, you've got all these interviews that are kind of racked up and raring to go. You must be sort of into your last week of training now before traveling to Vancouver. You're on the main card slot of a pay-per-view event, and it's kind of the first in your career. Has this fight camp felt different to you in any way compared to previous camps?
A little bit different, but it's still the same preparation. I'm still the same head case. I got the highs and the lows. So, just been riding the wave of all of it. And enjoying every step of the way, man.
Good stuff. So it's not really felt different at all? Like you haven't felt any kind of added pressure or anything like that?
No, not really. This is what I get paid to do. This is my job. This is a dream come true. This is what I wanted to do for the longest time. So if you would have told me I was going to get a main card shot in my third UFC fight, I would have called BS. But here I am. The stars have aligned, and it's my time to shine and my time to grab hold of my opportunity and make the most of it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I'm wondering what your reaction would have been like, because wasn't it meant to be Wonder Boy against Michel Pereira on the main card?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was you like? Who told you the news?
My dad sent me a text message, or sorry, a screenshot of the lineup, and he's like, "Did you know this?" And no.
I love how your dad knew before you did. That's fantastic. Like usually it's like a coach or a family friend.
I'm so in the dark here, I'm minding my own business in fight camp, just trying to, put in the correct preparation for the fight and do all the right things in the camp. And so, apparently I got my head stuck in the sand, I had no clue.
Just dialed in. That's all it is, really, isn't it?
That's right.
Now, let's talk about your opponent, Mike Malott, because he's quite an explosive fighter who's capable of getting the job done, anywhere the fight goes, and from watching tape on him, what are the other areas of his game that have impressed you the most?
Just his, his sense of when to basically sit down and really put, force behind his punches. He's got very good, sense of that, a very good, very good reactions as well. He doesn't seem to be out of place a lot. So it's, that's where the war of attrition is going to come into play. Got to break his base a little bit and get him off balance.
Indeed, because I mean, you do like to throw a lot of kicks. You're kind of like a kick orientated fighter, really, aren't you? And you utilize the teep kick to the body really well. So, I mean,
for sure.
I guess which attributes of yours then do you think will cause him the most problems? Because I'd imagine, of course, your size and frame will be 2 of those. But what else would there be?
You definitely mentioned the teep. The both round kicks are going to be in there as well. It's going to be about keeping my space and my pace, just very similar to Kinoshita. Not that I think that Malott is a bully fighter by any means. He looks to try to find and pick his spots. But again, as long as I'm fighting in my pace and my space, I definitely feel at home. So it's going to be behind those kicks. As well as that mean right hand. I don't think I get too much credit for that one either. So he's going to have to work through all those weapons. And then, I pride myself on being that melting pot. So he gets too close, he might find an elbow, or he might find himself getting taken down.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be quite an all-out scrap, really. Get your questions in the chats, guys, if you are tuning in, and there's I guess surely what's your goals then next? Because you've got your first UFC win. That was in your last bout. Do you do short-term goals?
I'm terrible at those things, but I said after the last fight, I want that 3-fight win streak. I want to get a full-on fight night bonus, not a partial. Yeah, I want to be, making my way onto a main card. And I guess that one just kind of fell into my lap, but I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was going to say, surely a fight note bonus has got to be in there at some point. I mean, to be honest, when you look at the fights on the main card, I think you two could match up really well as a potential fight of the night. Maybe.
I think this could be potential fight of the night, and I like putting on memorable fights. Ones that fans can, when they start thinking about fights of the past. The Forrest Griffin, Stephen Bonner fight, the Robbie Lawler, Rory McDonald fight. Like I want to, I guess that's a long-term goal. I want to put one of those fights away in the vault. That the UFC is going to be pulling out, whenever they used to do those UFC Unleashed. I want to be one of those guys, that they pull out those old fights of mine and they put them on there because they get good ratings and such.
That's good stuff. It's a good answer here indeed. Yeah, then there's a lot of fans who probably don't know much about you aside from fighting. When you're done in the cage, what does Adam like to do?
He's very boring, although I think after this one, I'm definitely going to get myself out of town, I guess, go on a little vacation. I didn't do that after the last one. I came back and I fell right back into kind of my routines of wake up, train, eat, go back and train in the evening time. So I keep it pretty routine. I like to go on nice walks with my dog. I hang out with my girlfriend, and we like to go to a good restaurant, and really food is something that makes me very happy. So that's why I'm so angry all the time in camp.
Oh, it all makes sense now. So what's your kind of like thing, your go-to restaurant then with the lady, like as soon as you're done with fights?
Shoot, last fight after the Apex, we went to this place in Vegas called La Strega, and it's oh my gosh, the pasta was so amazing there. So we really try to seek out places that we haven't been before that have some good, like, that have good vibes and good reactions from other people, or ratings, I guess you could say, and we like to go seek out those new experiences and just get all the take in all the goodness.
So you're more of a pasta kind of guy then, I take it. I don't know. You come off a vibe of a bit of a steak kind of guy,
I do like myself a good steak and a good burger as well. So,
oh mate,
I love all food. I'm not partial to anything.
All right, I guess how do you normally take your steaks then? Is it rare? Is it medium? Is it medium to well?
It's medium rare. It's got to have some. Okay. Yeah, it's got to be a little bit bloody. I can't do that whole well done thing. That's my brother-in-law, and I condemn him every time he gets a medium well steak. So
pure savage. I love it. All right, we got a couple of chats in. George says, "Get the W in Canada. Call out Brian Battle." Ooh. Now, I know you guys, it's a good one, and I know you guys don't normally like to look ahead too much in the future, especially when fighters sort of say the same answer, isn't it? It's always, I'm not looking past my current opponent, but
that's right.
Great.
the cliches, man. I got to focus on Mike for sure, but that's a good name.
I know, yeah. And timing, I mean, we like to play matchmaker over here on Against the Fence, and I think timing wise would be a good one as well. So keep your eyes peeled on that one, George. And Matthew says, thanks for the Q&A, for the question, sorry, Matthew. He says, did you have a challenging time between 2019 and 2021 with fight cancellations and injuries?
A lot of fight cancellations. I went 1 year where there was 5 fights canceled all within a week of the fight. So
Oh.
I got put the whole training camp in, and then the week of the fight, we got a cancellation either due to an injury from an opponent or due to COVID breakdown
Mm.
stuff, So it was it was rough. It definitely tested my mental fortitude to want to stay in the sport, to want to overcome those things, and but it was a lot of things learned. There's a lot of time, a lot of preparation there that I did a lot of learning as well.
Yeah, I guess one of those things would have been to always stay ready at all times, right? Because there's no
That's
point in
right.
just kind of, going
No,
going off, pigging out, and then getting. It just adds, I guess, doesn't it, to the frustrations afterwards when it
yeah,
does fall through.
that rubber band effect is never good. Where and I'm guilty of it. I'm not perfect. I definitely, but yeah, in that the 2019 to 21, like it was about stay ready, stay in shape. Gotta take one less thing out of it, which is making sure your weight is correct, because that mentally it's going to be stressful and draining. So you just want to take that food aspect out of it and just be prepared.
Hmm. Yeah, good also. Okay. And he also, thanks for your questions, Matt. These are fantastic. He says, do you think you have what it takes to ward of the power and submission skills of Mike Malott? I don't know what he means by that.
Hmm. Like ward off.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's not a phrase we're familiar with over here.
Well, all of us fighters are egotistical. I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you, heck yeah, I don't believe there's anybody out there that I can't get in there with, and really take it to them and be a threat to beat that night. Me and Mike, we're very similar. We're very well rounded. So, and it's a fight. There's always going to be a winner and a loser, and I know that as well as anybody. So, a chance of getting the knockout or being knocked out is always going to be there. A chance of trying to bridge and roll out and getting your back taken versus bridge and shrimp. That's always going to be it's like blackjack. What do you hit or do you stay? And so we're both well rounded. I think that I'm more than prepared for this fight to fight my fight, and I think as long as I go in there with the way I've prepared, and fight the way that I need to fight, I'm definitely going to come out with that W.
Absolutely, yeah. Human chess at its finest, as I like to always say. We got James MMA who's in the house. He says, "Who got you into the sport?" Plain
So
simple.
long story short, me and my buddy watched the Stephan Bonner Forrest Griffin fight, and
Damn.
I mean, we were just jacked up, just jazzed about it. And I said, dude, I was like, man, my backyard in the summer times was basically like a mini fight club. All my wrestling teammates and buddies would get together, and we basically wrestle in the backyard, and just fight all summer long. So I told him, I was like, we could do this, man. We could get on this show. We could do this. And he basically, just being a good friend that he is, he called me out. He's, "Are you serious, man? Like, what makes you think you could do this?" Like, we do this in the backyard all the time. Like, this is nothing. We could do this. And he basically told me to shut up and start training. So I said, "You know what? Forget you. I'm going to go do it." And that's what happened. That's what led me into the MMA gym that I'm at now. So.
Wow, that's a crazy story. I bet at the time you didn't really obviously didn't believe that you were going to get to this far, right?
No, I mean we both went into the MMA gym, and we both ended up getting jobs at the mill that we were basically we both got a job at the same mill, and he's still there. And when I told him I was leaving the mill to just chase MMA, he told me I was crazy, but he knew a long time ago that he goes, if anybody's got a shot to make it, it's you, and
Oh.
go do it, man. But he was gonna stay because he didn't think he could make it.
Oh well, at least he had some support, for you. Can't knock him for
Right,
that. Nice
I
one.
tried to convince him, but there was no making him budge on it. So
No. Oh damn. Oh, ship has sailed now, I guess.
That's right.
him. Ash wants to know, who would your dream fight be?
Oh
A
shoot,
standard
man,
one.
that's always ever evolving.
Mm.
Wish I could go back and get a matchup against Anderson Silva or a GSP type. Just gotta you gotta be a little bit psychotic and crazy to want be in this sport, and I definitely am. I want to fight my heroes. I want to see how I compare against them, and right now. Funny thing, I'd like to get in there. A dream fight would be against Colby Covington. Let's put it on at the Moda Center up in Portland. Get both Eugene and Springfield out for the night and get them up to Portland. To see a couple of the hometown boys go at each other. See what that'd be like.
Damn, that's class. That's class. I mean, yeah, the OG call outs are always great. Colby, God. Watch yourself, Adam's coming.
I mean, at this point, I'm a little far down on the, on the totem pole for him to even be answering it. But hey, I'm gonna put it out there.
Okay, hey, gotta chase it, man. Gotta chase it. Absolutely, you gotta have something to work towards. That's for sure. But yeah, good, solid pick on Colby Covington. We've got George. Let's go. If welterweight wasn't your weight, what UFC division would you want to compete in? Oh, gosh.
If welterweight wasn't my weight, I got to pick any weight?
I guess so. If you love food, you love food. That's all I'm saying.
I know. I mean, it would definitely be heavyweight. Eat as much food as I want.
Exactly. No limit on the food, man. That's right. Thanks for the question, George. Okay, we got Charles in. We'll get one more in from the fan chats there. We've got... So Charles says, Adam, do you feel... how do you feel about caucus privilege, the middleweight division, like... Ikram Ilisikov. Oh, I don't know if I'm. Are you? Why are you picking the worst Russian names that I can think of? Abbas Magomedov and Sharaputin Magomedov all getting top ranked fights. What?
Are you talking about all the Dagestanis getting top-ranked fights at this point?
Must be, yeah, in the middleweight division. Oh. I guess Bronson's going to fight one, isn't he? That new cat, the ginger guy. And then I think isn't Strickland got one of them as well?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what do you reckon about these fast jumps then?
Russian fighters. I haven't really given too much thought of them, but just kind of off the top of my head, I feel like there's, I don't know. I feel like we've seen some guys get jumped too fast, and we've watched their careers kind of fizzle out because of it, or not that they, or maybe they had a harder time making a comeback, but I think it's a fine line, you don't want to be moved up too fast. But you do want to, you want to make your statements where you can, for sure. That being said, almost all those Dagestani guys, they're nails. They're really good fighters. So it kind of makes sense that they would be pushed up there to the top.
Yeah, that's tough. Sambo style is difficult to deal with. It's almost bred differently over there. That's for sure. All right, amazing stuff, guys. Thanks for your comments. Okay, one more from Ash, which I think is quite vital and very topical because, it's going to kick off this next week or so. Who wins the fight, Conor or Chandler?
Oh, man. Has Conor even got in the USADA testing pool yet?
That's it. We don't know. We don't know. I think we might get an announcement of the date hopefully this week, but then I'd imagine USADA will start testing him more often after that. I
mean, I saw a post the other day. That boy's looking thick, I'm not even sure if he can make 170 at this point.
I know. I think it's going to have to end up being 185, no doubt. But Yeah,
He had that neck stuff going,
Yeah.
where the chin was starting to mold into the neck,
Ooh.
so
Yeah, that's some signs. That's some signs. We're not making any accusations here, but you know.
Yep. I might.
Adams doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Apparently he is. So they're looking for end of the year. MMA Holds is in the house. Says best last name in the game.
Let's go.
Thanks, Sadiq Yusuf, for that. I mean, did you watch his breakdowns? His
What's
unprofessional.
that?
You watch Sadiq Yusuf's unprofessional breakdowns?
No, but you're gonna have to send me one because it sounds amazing.
Oh, they're fantastic. But
All right.
yeah, I think I think for your last fight, he was like, he announced it. Was it what's the guy's name? Kishida.
Kinoshita. Yeah,
Kinoshita. He was like Kinoshita against Adam. I feel the same way, Adam. Next fight. And that was it. He's an absolute gem. But
I love it. All right.
make sure you pronounce Adam's name right, guys, because it's a bit embarrassing if you don't. All right, amazing stuff then, guys. Amazing chats as always. Don't forget to hit a like on the video and hit that subscribe button. Adam will be fighting Mike Malott next weekend at UFC 289. Before we wrap up, Adam, have you got any shout-outs at all you want to make?
Yeah, shout out to my guys at Arvor, Jason Georgiana, Chris San Jose, Cobb Tongsai Muay Thai, Eric Lundgren of Athletes Ocean. If you're looking for to learn your wrestling over there in the UK, Athletes Ocean, you gotta go check it out. You got Jason Nolf, Bo Nichols on there. It's all subscription based. I'm on there, but my content isn't up yet. I haven't been uploading it as much as I should. The last one is a shout out to my strength and conditioning coach and my physical therapist, Tyler Tanaka. And shout out to my girlfriend, Sophie Lang, for putting up with this tough camp.
Oh, isn't that cute? That's fantastic. Great shout outs, Adam. All right, amazing stuff. Best of luck next weekend. We look forward to seeing your fight. We can't wait to break it down and watch it with some amazing people in our chats. And guys in the chats, don't forget to give Adam a follow. We've got his socials all in the description as well. So
awesome.
we'll sign off from here then. All right, nice one, Adam. We'll hopefully speak to you again sometime soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
Anytime, brother. Ciao for now.
Yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.